As a result of a wildfire, residents of parts of Laguna Beach, California, USA, are under mandatory evacuation orders. According to Orange County Fire Chief Brian Fennessy, the fire, caused by strong winds, has already destroyed about 60 hectares of land. There are no reports of casualties yet. Several buildings have already been damaged by fire. The fire is rapidly approaching the houses, and is also growing very intensively. The fire was reported shortly after 4 a.m. Firefighting aircraft were involved in extinguishing the fire. Laguna Beach is on the coast about 65 kilometers south of Los Angeles. Southern California is experiencing unusually hot weather combined with Santa Ana winds. In California, the fire season has become longer in recent years. Mount Etna erupted on the Italian island of Sicily. The volcanic observatory in Catania reported that explosive activity in the crater of the southeastern summit of the volcano resumed last night. In the Valle del Bove crater, a new episode of lava spouting began, resulting in a high and dense plume rich in ash and gas, which rose to about 10 kilometers in height and drifted west. An episode of severe paroxysm followed a sharp peak of tremor, the maximum magnitude of which was 3.5. This powerful volcanic eruption occurred after several weeks of silence. Etna is the highest and most active volcano in Europe. According to various sources, the height of the volcano ranges from 3,326 to 3,350 meters. It changes with each eruption. The volcano has from 200 to 400 volcanic craters. About once every 3 months one of them erupts. On Monday in the Canadian city of Saskatchewan, the strongest snowstorm hit, with wind gusts reaching 25 meters per second. Canadian meteorologists issued a blizzard warning Sunday evening for much of southern Saskatchewan, including surrounding areas and cities. Falling snow and strong winds created conditions for visibility to zero, as well as problems on the roads. There is also an increased threat of significant freezing rain in southeast Saskatchewan and central Manitoba until Tuesday morning, with possible icing up to 1 centimeter. This could lead to traffic complications, as well as a possible power outage. In some parts of Saskatchewan, the level of snowfall can be up to 50 centimeters. Intense heavy rain hit the north of Jerusalem, causing localized flooding. The area most affected was Kafraqab. The flood level reached 60 centimeters. Traffic in the area was paralyzed. Rescuers carried out several operations on the water, rescuing lost motorists from their flooded cars. This is not the first heavy rain in Israel that has led to floods. Just a few weeks ago, then the city of Lod, located 20 kilometers southeast of Tel Aviv, was seriously damaged, one of the districts of which was cut off from the outside world. In many parts of the country, floods turned city streets into rivers. Rescue services were involved in saving people. On Sunday, the air temperature also dropped to a level below the average for this time of year. A large hailstorm hit the city of San Pedro de Colalao, in the province of Tucumán, Argentina. The size of the fallen hailstones varied depending on the area, from 4 centimeters to 5 centimeters in diameter. According to local media reports, the hail was accompanied by a fairly strong wind, the gusts of which reached 22 mph. The hail, which lasted about 15 minutes, caused beaten cars, roofs of houses and broken windows. Eyewitnesses published photos and videos of the natural phenomenon on social networks. The authorities have begun to assess the damage after the riot of the elements, and also, if possible, provide assistance to the population. In general, Argentina is famous for the fallout of a large hailstone. It even holds several world records for the size of the fallen hailstones, if you can call them that. The sizes of ice blocks reached 23 centimeters. A powerful snowstorm struck on the night of January 11 in the commune of Oppdal, Norway. Wind gusts reached 27 meters per second. Visibility on the roads was practically zero. Such weather conditions will continue for at least 2 more days. The authorities convincingly asked to postpone all planned trains for the duration of the violence of the elements. In some areas, from 2 to 3 meters of snow has already covered. Fortunately, no one was hurt. This is not the first winter storm this year that is rampant here. The first blizzard here was quite recently, literally 2 weeks ago. She also left behind huge drifts of snow and blocked roads. Local residents share photos and videos of the rainfall, and some can hardly get out of their apartments and houses. An earthquake of magnitude 4.3 was recorded in the province of Reggio Emilia. This was reported by the National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology of Italy. The outbreak lay at a depth of 6 kilometers. The epicenter was near the village of Correggio with a population of about 26,000 people. Local media reported that many people ran out of their houses in fright. According to preliminary data, there were no casualties or damage. This area, last night also suffered from 2 relatively intense and clearly felt aftershocks over most of the region. The maximum magnitude of which was 2.7. (1,200 military personnel and 500 firefighters in Chile are fighting numerous forest fires that have engulfed the country. A state of emergency has been declared in a large part of Chile south of the country's capital, Santiago. The fires, which are called the strongest in the country in recent decades, began about a week ago. The fire quickly spread due to the abnormal heat that has established in the country. The fires have already destroyed over 50,000 hectares of forest, killing 3 and injuring about 100 people, destroyed at least 20 houses. In connection with the threat of the spread of fire, a mass evacuation of residents began. The fire started in a forested area in the hills surrounding the city, then the fire quickly spread to residential areas. The National Forest Corporation has declared a red alert for the commune of Calapuli, La Araucanía region. This is where the largest fires are found. Turkey continues to fall asleep. Heavy snowfalls. Almost 800 roads are blocked due to bad weather in the country. The regions of Sivas in the center of the country and Bitlis in the east suffered the most. Snowfalls led to a sharp increase in traffic accidents. Numerous accidents have caused traffic to stop on the Konya-Antalya highway. The meteorology department of Bitlis reported that the thickness of the snow cover had increased to 1.5 meters in the city center and up to 4 meters in higher parts. At the same time, 174 centimeters of snow fell in Bitlis over the past 24 hours. It is here that snowfalls have continued for the past 10 days. In this regard, work is underway to resume communication on 67 roads in rural areas. 92 rural roads are blocked in Erzurum. 1,000 people were involved in the resumption of traffic. In the center of Nigda, the snow thickness reaches 30 centimeters, and in the highlands 1 meter. 131 roads and 2 highways are blocked. Due to weather conditions, studies in the city were suspended. Fires continue to blaze in Argentina. The flames, which engulfed a few days ago the forests near the city of Corrientes, quickly spread throughout the province of the same name and swallowed up more than 300,000 hectares south of the border between Argentina and Paraguay. According to the provincial fire services, the strongest outbreaks were concentrated in the areas of Santo Tome, San Miguel and Curuzu Cuatia. Here, the flames grew especially quickly, so in an attempt to bring fires under control, the authorities involved 4 hydrant aircraft and more than 60 firefighters. 18 kilometers east of Concepcion, the flames caused enormous damage to the territories of the Ibarra National Park, the most important location for the conservation of local ecosystems. The fire consumed not only valuable meadows and palm groves, but also mercilessly dealt with dozens of representatives of the local fauna. But this video was sent by one of the local residents of the city of Patras in Greece. He witnessed this phenomenon when a cloud of birds flew past him. He didn't realize at first that he was approaching him so fast. Yesterday in Mexico, the bird surprised the locals, only there, unfortunately, some of them died. I wonder what this flight is connected with. How do you think? Thank you for watching the video. Thanks for supporting the channel. Good wind and weather.